don't know how much of this got cut out due to me forgetting to go live before. Anyways, hello Deadbolt, hello DJ. We have daylight saving. No. The real flex would be saying something like, I don't even have daylight savings time. I think it's an L no matter when you have your daylight savings time. Like last week, I was just I was kind of tired, or my sleep schedule was messed up the entire first part of the week due to daylight savings. So it's hello Jazzy. But so yeah, kind of an L no matter how you look at it that way. Anyways, hello DJ Gaming. I'm glad my content, that some people find my content helpful. Sometimes it's not the most helpful, but when people do find it helpful or watch it, it's thank you. Anyways, in today's episode we're going to be continuing working on spades. So we'll go ahead and track that. Along with Remnant Diamonds, we're going to be working slightly through her request. But hopefully in this video we are able to go ahead and finish up with Remnant Spades. We should have enough to do that. I know last stream I said I'd go ahead and grind some stuff off stream like gems and stuff. I really was not able to do that. I did less than 10 minutes of grinding. Got exactly 4 more glitchy loot gums. Did get a few more actually glitchy lucky gums, which is going to be helpful. But yeah, not much actually came out of that. But yeah, I think for today's stream we'll go ahead and start just straight up into yeah, just start into Remnant Spades quest. We're probably going to be using glitchy loot gum for as much of this as possible, because this is when items start to get pretty rare in the game. Hopefully we don't lag too much while using the gum, so we can actually make good use out of them instead of just being laggy the entire time. Because 3 FPS is not a fun time. And yes, that is my cat that is just sitting right in front of me while I'm playing. That is... There's really nothing that can get done about this. Don't glare at me! Yeah, I don't know why today's laggier than usual. Actually, that might be why. I know these last zones, for whatever reason, are laggier than, like, the previous ones, so it might be because we were entering into, like, this water area, stuff like that, it's getting a little bit more laggy than usual. Otherwise, I have no idea why we're running at 2 FPS. But yeah, today's we should hopefully get all the way through spades. I know people complain about these last areas becoming a little bit of a pain to get through, but we are going to be streaming for around 3 hours, so we should have plenty enough time to actually do these quests. But yeah, it could always be the case that we end up only getting like another little bit through Spade's quest. Hopefully that is not the case. Alright, that's first part. Hello. Seconds left on the gun. Alright, there's Spade's quest. Okay. We got slightly unlucky with the items, so it's going to be kind of a pain when we have to upgrade stuff. But like upgrade our antenna levels, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I think even I've noticed that on my main account is that area is laggier than the usual. I think it's something to do with either transparency or something else with that zone is just like a lot laggier than they usually are. But yeah, not too much of an issue. Anyways, this chocolate candy, I don't actually remember where this is. It's an interesting thing. I mean, I can only see half my screen, so it might be on my screen, so. Actually, it's probably up here if I remember correctly. Yes, right there. Do you think this will be the last hardcore push? No, I'm going to have at least 2 more episodes of this thing. I need to get up to, I need to finish this quest. I need to get up to antenna level 30. I have a lot more NPCs to go ahead and do. So yeah, there's going to be at least 2 more episodes of this, if not 4 or 5. Even if we get the items we need for this quest, we're going to continue grinding items just because it's going to be a pain. It'll be a waste of the gum if we go ahead and bow out now, but yeah, most likely though it will take like most of this gum to actually get that second drop, just because rate RNG is actually a pain. So teleport. Using the correct pet team? No, I am. There's just you suffer very little. Alright, there's the items we need. We'll go ahead and continue grabbing all the ghosts that we can, just so we don't end up wasting any of the glitchy lucky gum, or glitchy loot gum. Will we grind on main account at some point? Probably. The thing is, like, I've actually, like, development is actually kind of something that takes some time. But yeah, I really should be doing some more on my main account, like rebirth grinds. I knew at one point I was planning on getting 36 rebirths, but I'm still stuck at 26. But yeah, I think during Easter I'll be doing some grinding on my main account. I think during that I should have some time to play. And then there are those new purchasables that are for Remnant coins, and then now also for bits that I probably want to get on my main account. So those are some things that I do kind of want to grind for. The question is whether or not I will actually have time for that, which I'll see. I'll see. But yeah, collect 20 sugar corals. Perfect. We already have that one instant completed. There we go. I think for this we're going to switch over to a basic loot gum. This is just so we don't end up, since we have to swap between them, not waste too much gum, of the glitchy loot gum, or whatever, since that's kind of actually valuable. Yeah, no, people, there's an, like, even when it was just the global leaderboard for Ectoplasm, I'd do the math on, like, how long it would take for, like, me to get onto there. And it was, like, a few hundred hours, and I was like, yeah, no. And then you look at, like, a Rebirth leaderboard, and it's just insane, how much time some people put into the game. But yeah, there's a reason why I don't consider myself an endgame person for Ghost Sim, even though technically speaking, I sort of am in, like, the top, like, I don't know, 10%, 5%, 2% or something like that, of players. And it's just because those, like, really high-end people, 100 plus rebirths, global leaderboards, whatever, just are so much better than me in so many aspects. Also, I have no idea what's going on with the frame rate for the game right now. Or, not the frame rate, but, like, stuttering. I'm seeing that on my screen too, so if you guys are seeing that, that's not your screen, that is literally my screen. Like, every few frames or whatever, it will, like, shoot back, like, 2 or 3 frames or something like that. It's really weird and trippy. Yeah, that should be later today. Once, you know, once I actually accept that I have fallen into the void and log back onto respawn, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah, there's no saving that. Hello. But yeah, looking at it, really the next version of Minecraft might actually not be released for a while. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll change it up, do something. I guess removing the chunk block will be something different enough. But maybe we'll do something even different than that at some point before 1.21. We'll see. I think for now we'll see about removing that chunk block aspect because I know a lot of people have been starting to get kind of annoyed with it. It was interesting for the first little bit, but I think once you get like mid-end game, it just becomes a nuisance. Especially when you're trying to get stuff in like the Nether or End or whatever, where it's just kind of open space anyways. But yeah, next Easter, how much of that can I leave? I mean, technically as much as I want. But yeah, next Easter should be an interesting one. That will be coming this Friday, which do not say it as in it's 4 days away, because that reminds me that I have a lot of stuff I still need to do on it. So just say it's next Friday. And hopefully it's pretty smooth. I have a feeling though, since it is going to be kind of my first event, that there will be probably a few biggish issues with it. Hopefully nothing too major. But yeah, that's kind of next update. Alright, I need to remember that I can just do this to get back up. Wait, this Friday? I thought it was next week. No, updates are every other week. Yeah, it's... time flies, especially when you're developing updates and you have a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, it's definitely is coming quicker than I was expected. But yeah, I can promise you guys that it will be a new, different event. It won't be just a repeat of any of the previous ones. Whether or not it's fun, that's up for debate. Whether or not people like it, that's also definitely debatable. But it'll definitely be something new, so, you know, people at least try a little bit of it, and then be able to be like, hey, this is a horrible event. Which I don't think will be the case, but, you know. So sometimes what the developers think people will like is not the exact same as what people actually do like. So, yeah. Alright, that should be all the rare ghosts from this area for spades. Or, well, all but one now. There it is. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go ahead and use a glitchy loot gun for the last few rare ghosts here. Just because it'll take a while, and we need these items anyways, so yeah, now that we aren't going to be having to waste time going back to the previous era, it should be a good use of it. I just made some hot chocolate, but it's 5 p.m. with the sun out. Yeah, there's definitely seasonal stuff like that. Like, what is it? Like during the winter, ice cream or whatever, like, it's good, but it doesn't sometimes feel right. No, I definitely understand that feeling. Fortunately, there aren't any laws against it, so you can still do it if you want to, but yeah, it definitely does feel illegal to do it. 51 seconds. Anyways, I think when it comes down to it, upgrading our antenna for this next one will be actually kind of a pain. We do have a bit of... actually, we have 12 glitchy loot gums, so we might be able just to glitchy loot gum our way through it. Hopefully the next antenna level, but really we aren't going to be able to do that for like every single antenna level going on from now on. Alright, we'll go ahead, fast travel cell, teleport to Spades. Alright, let's go find a green ring. But yeah, anytime you have like find rings or whatever, a general like good advice is actually get as high as possible and then look down. A lot of rings are like only facing up or whatever, so you can only kind of see them from the top. So going up as high as you can will allow you to go ahead and see as many of those rings as you as exist. I think we're going to go ahead and use another glitchy loot gun for this, and then hope for the best, because we are going to need a lot of antenna parts and a lot of these corals to go ahead and upgrade our antenna. So the fact that we're grabbing more ghosts before we need to upgrade our antenna should give us a pretty good reason to go ahead and just use glitchy loot gum so we don't have to do as much use of it later. I know last time we had mixed ghosts, I went ahead and used a basic loot, but since this is actually going to be the normal ghost rather than the rare ghost from areas, it makes a little bit more sense to just go ahead and use a glitchy, since we'll be able to, I don't know, make more use of it. I don't know. Saying it out loud, it doesn't make too much sense, but it's definitely a different feeling when you're going for rare ghosts versus normal ghosts. Like, in terms of grinding, like, with rare ghosts, it kind of feels like you have to focus on it, whereas with, like, normal ghosts, you can kind of just do whatever. Yeah, I do need to go, yeah, I can... Honestly, this count is super poor on gems. I really need to go spend some time grinding some gems off stream. I know I said I'd do that before this stream, but I was busy. I did a whole 10 minutes of grinding before this stream, which was only for like glitchy loot gum. So yeah, maybe before next stream I'll do like an hour or something. 30 minutes of loot gum grinding, 30 minutes of gem grinding, and actually have like a 50 to 100 million gems worth to be able to get all the stuff I need to from the crate shop. Fortunately, these areas don't seem to have that many quests that require us to go ahead and unbox specific pet crates. I'm sure I'm going to regret that later. But for now, I have like Spades only has had us unbox any pet crate, not specifically pet crate like 15 yet, which is the one that we can't quite purchase. Yep, no, that is definitely... That's definitely going to be kind of a pain, is getting all the indexes for this world. It's quite a bit of ghosts for that, or quite a bit of gems for that. 10 million gems is not cheap. Fortunately, we actually have crate keys, so we can actually go ahead and cheese the last crate, which is kind of why I've been saving crate keys and not really spending them, because there'd be pretty much no way regrinding like the 2 billion gems needed to go ahead and get one of those godlies. So instead, we can substitute that with 200 crate keys instead, which is still pretty expensive, but it's going to be since we already have them, it's going to be a lot easier to just use those instead of worrying about trying and failing to get the gems needed. For the next world, level 30, will you need like 10 rebirths as well? I don't know. None of that is planned yet. As a developer, I will try to say that I'll try to make sure that Antenna level 30, Remnant Dimensional Drive from Riley, and all that other stuff that so far is useless will actually get used. So we don't have a repeat of the very important item from Fern, which was actually had a use for a while, but kind of just got removed since it was kind of redundant. But yeah, I don't know. We haven't planned that far ahead yet. Right now we're more or less focusing on the Easter event. Alright, let's sell 2 pet crates. 1, which is this was going to be the godly like 100%. I have no idea. Alright, there we go. Alright, next is upgrading our antenna. My chair likes to, like, for whatever reason, it likes to just sink sometimes, so, it's just been getting lower and lower as the stream's gone on. Anyways, upgrading our antenna to level 26. Where are we at that? 400, 250, 140. That's good. Okay, so we have about half the items needed. How much glitchy loot gum? We've burned through 6 glitchy loot gum. Yeah, this is going to burn some more glitchy loot gum. Well, here it goes. We really should be focusing on the underwater section though, because we do need more of those corals for unlocking like the bonus biome and stuff. Whereas like with these, we've been regrinding in this area for a while, so we actually have close to the amount of items we need for it. or closer, I guess I should say, since we're probably not that close anyways, but yeah. Wait, are all these ghosts just gone? Yeah, all these ghosts are kind of just gone. The thing is, with this account, it's all basic gum. It has 1 glitchy boss gum and 33 basic. And honestly, basic gum really does not count as like really boss gum too much, especially when it's on an account that does not have double boss drops already. Because it's really just 1 additional boss drop, which is not much. I have 18 basic and that's it? Oh. Yeah. You been trading it, or have you been, I guess you gave away quite a bit. But, yeah. Alright. I gave away most of it and you used the rest? Okay. Yeah, I know at one point you had like an insane amount, so... At one point you had 200? My goodness. Yeah, at my most I've like grinded for like 20 glitchy boss gums at one time. I don't really grind for... I never really grinded for an insane amount of gums, to be honest. Alright, do we have enough to go ahead and upgrade our pack yet? Yes, we do. And yeah, I don't feel like skipping. I know it's such a small upgrade, but, you know, any upgrade at this point I'll take. Alright. Let's see, how much blocks, corals, and... Oh, actually, we have good progress on our enchanted tendon parts. But yeah, before the next stream, I definitely need to do some more glitchy loot. I'm grinding like a lot more than 10 minutes, probably around like 30 minutes or so, just so I have enough for the last few areas. Ooh, that was some good item drops. Oh yeah, were you using that gum on like final, or did you just and if you did you get anything good from that, or did you use it on something else? You can't remember? Okay. Doesn't matter too much. Oh, one of the things I have been thinking about, I know I mentioned this in my Discord earlier, I haven't really mentioned it anywhere else though, is that people do complain quite a bit about Yoko. So I've been trying to think about a way that like I can add some other like time difficulty to a rebirth that isn't like necessarily just bosses, that both makes sense and also decreases the amount of bosses needed for Yoko. I know one thing that people have been joking about that I'm literally like actually think would be a kind of a cool idea is reincorporating the need for you to do Yoko then Fern and then Gatekeeper or something like that. I don't think that's a good idea, but that's definitely something I have in the back of my mind. Just force a little bit more progression before people can unlock. But yeah, Fern is actually fairly long quest, so it'd actually take out quite a bit of the bosses from Yoko. But I don't think that was good. The thing I mentioned in my Discord was adding like a requirement to have the Luna's key before you could enter like the haunted castle. But that idea I don't think is it isn't fully fleshed out, but it would make it more difficult by, it wouldn't change the requirements, it just change the order you have to do stuff in. So you'd have to go ahead and do all of Yoko before you could go ahead and work on getting through backdoor or whatever, which would add a lot of difficulty. Oh, Halloween? Oh yeah, Halloween definitely drains. Actually, events in general drain. I generally don't use it on events, or some events. It depends on the event. But a lot of events, it's better to just buy the event pass and not burn boss scum. So I try to generally be a little bit more conservative with how I use stuff. But yeah, I want to. I know a lot of people do complain about Yoko, and so one of the things is like changing it, keeping it so it is just as long to do a rebirth. But changing it so it isn't Yoko difficulty, it is some other form of length that makes it take a while, which, you know, so it's the overall same effect, but it isn't annoying for players, because a lot of game design, it isn't like how long stuff takes, it's about how annoying it is for players to do more than anything. I know people complain about the Remnant drops. It's probably a good example where there's probably something I can do to make Remnant Zone take just as long, but not be annoying for RNG drop wise. One of the things I am considering is tentatively, I don't plan on doing this yet, but would be to like temporarily like increase the drop rate and decrease the drop amount. So instead of like dropping one item every 10 ghosts or something like that. Those are not the exact numbers for anyone wondering. It'd be more like dropping 1 every 5 or whatever. So it's twice as common, but half as much. Again, those are ideas. I don't think any of that is coming anytime soon. It's really none of those things would affect the game that much. It's just it would fix up some of the things that people complain about lengthwise while still keeping this difficulty that I like the game to be at. Because when people do complain about Remnant Zone taking forever, it is kind of the lost area in the game that you don't need to do every rebirth. So it is kind of expected for it to be difficult. It isn't like something that new players will get thrown straight into. It's makes sense to have a little bit of difficulty, but yeah. Also, Deadpool, have you noticed any major improvements to the journals, or is it still buggy as before? I've been trying to do small fixes like every single update since it came out. I'm assuming at this point there's something that I'm missing. But yeah. Easter event can go soon. Still buggy. Okay. Is it better or is it about the same as before? I need to know if I'm going in the correct directions with changes or if it's not making any difference whatsoever. But yeah, Easter event is going to be coming this Friday. It's actually quite a lot of work to develop events. So, you know, hopefully it's all out on time, but if it's delayed like an hour or 2 hours or something like that, that might happen. Hopefully that's not the case, but, you know, if you go ask testers right now, they will confirm that it's being slower than other updates have been. Oh, are we actually... That's solid. We actually have the amount of sugar curls we need, so, we'll go ahead and switch over to basic loot gum and just grind a lot of different areas. I think it's about the same. Maybe it's faster, but I really can't tell. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I have time this... I don't think I'll... Okay. Realistically, I don't think I'll have time this update to actually look into fixing that. But if I do, I will try to fix that one. And then also there's a rebirth bug where you can actually soft lock yourself in the rebirth screen if you like equip the parachute while falling into the void because it doesn't get unequipped. Or go ahead and use the journal to teleport to different NPCs because fast traveling is still enabled while you're in the rebirth thing. So yeah, disabling both those two things will be kind of a plan too for the game. Yeah, I think last year there was a lot of issues with it last year, with it being in the normal event rotation. It kind of made everything sort of a mess. This year was kind of a goal to not do the same thing as last year because I played last year's Easter event and I pretty much burned event bait that entire event, so wasn't like super annoying, but there's definitely aspects of it that I didn't like the having to wait around for like normal boss events and all that fun stuff before I could do a normal Easter event. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, wasn't boss gum able to be used on that, even though it was technically a not like at a boss or a race or anything like that, which was kind of jank. $129. Ghosts and items. I mean, that's like literally you you just labeled like the core aspect of the game is getting ghosts and items, which, you know, there's not much that can really be done if like the core aspect of it gets annoying. But yeah, there is the argument though that like, oh, ghost grinding has stayed the same since yada yada, like the beginning of the game. Like we're now 2024. Maybe there should be an increase in the amount of ghosts you can, or ghost collection abilities or whatever. Which yeah makes sense. But it is, yeah, not needed in my opinion. But yeah, I think one of the bigger issues with the game is the item collection. With it being very pay to win to have like the 2 times item drops game pass. I don't think that's like too much of an issue, personally. After I know I said it was an issue, I still feel like I will nerf it at some point. But I don't think it's actually as much of an issue as I thought it was, like, you know, long ago. But maybe I'm just wrong, delusional now that I'm getting paid based on people buying those stuff. But yeah, how do you think adding the new leaderboards will affect the amount of rebirth player have? Will it rapidly increase? Will it slow down? What do you think? I don't think much has actually changed based on the new rebirth being added. It's been over a week. And if you look at like the numbers, there's really not been that much change. I think the biggest change is flower pot's gotten a lot more. But yeah, like all these people on the bottom, like of these, like none of them really in the last week got more than like 5 really. Same thing like middle too. Like there's not actually been that much changes in the amount of rebirth people that. So definitely a lot of people are chilling here, and like the fact that no one else has appeared on here, Papa Yaya is still number 15. I think if anything, maybe it's reduced the amount of people willing to grind for rebirths. But that also could just be because Ghost Sim's play rates are down right now, which I'm assuming is because of the Hunt Roblox event taking quite a bit of like all of Roblox player bases onto those select games that are part of that event. Also could be just because I am making horrible thumbnails for the game, which no one wants to click on, which looking at the statistics of who clicks on like what icons is actually like really bad. Hello SK. But yeah, I think as a whole, I don't think having a leaderboard for it will actually affect too much. I know it's something that people have requested for a long time, but like now that it's here, I don't think people are going to care as much about it as they thought they would. Oh, and hopefully next update I have the rebirth time, but where they aren't being actually saved fixed. So yeah, that was my bad. I was missing literally 1 line of code, and it was deleting everyone's rebirth times that I was logging. It was kind of sad. Alright, 461. 10 more drops. Next update this Friday, or will there be a small April Fool's questline or not? Yeah, next update this Friday is going to be the Easter event. Whether or not there will be an small April Fool's thing, that is yet to be decided. It turns out I am horrible at coming up with good update ideas that aren't, like, rebalance the game. So, you know. But yeah, there should be something funny for April Fool's. It's not going to be anything major. There's not going to be any questline for that. With Easter being out already, it will be some small thing. Yet to figure out a good idea for that. But yeah, there will be something small for April Fool's. Whether it's something the players like or that's well crafted or whatever, that's to be decided. But yeah, there should be something. Fake Easter event. The thing is, Easter comes out before the April Fool's event, or April Fool's Day. So it's kind of hard to make a fake event when the real event's already out. Ooh, that was a good drop. How to kill Guardian boss seasons? I've been struggling for the past few days. I know a lot of people make this mistake, but if you go ahead and complete Ghost Runner Yoko, you'll get a faster hoverboard, which will allow you to dodge some of the attacks easier. And then it's also like some of the attacks are really hard to really realize how to dodge it. For instance, the one where it grabs you with like the light white tractor beam-ish attack. If you get off your hoverboard, you're able to dodge that easier. Sometimes it still bugs and grabs you, or you're at like the wrong angle or whatever, and the Roblox physics is still, it just throws you into it anyways. But if you get off your hoverboard, you're going to be able to dodge that attack. And if it does the green laser attack, if you can go ahead and get as close to the boss as you want and then go around in circles, you're going to be able to dodge that. But yeah, being able to dodge attacks and then having the faster hoverboard will help you quite a bit in that fight. A lot of that is not super obvious. A lot of people end up skipping Yoko and therefore struggling with the hoverboard speed, dodging attacks. The attacks themselves are not super apparent on how you dodge them. Even when these attacks first came out, like all the testers, all the active people playing the game, when these bosses came out, were like, hey, how do we dodge this attack? And the developers had to say, hey, guys, to dodge this attack, you need to get off your hoverboard. And it was like, people were like, why? That makes no sense. And people did not understand it for the longest time. And like, honestly, people still don't understand it. And it's kind of just an issue with the game, the attack design. But yeah, if you know how to dodge those two attacks, and you have the faster hoverboard speed, you should be able to pretty easily solo as long as you're not super laggy. I do know there are people out there though that do have super laggy devices that literally, even if they know all how to dodge the attacks and whatever, they can't dodge the attacks because of how laggy they are. That is a known issue with those fights. So yeah, hopefully that's not you and you're able to more easily once you learn that, be able to dodge them. But if you are playing on a laggier device like a computer or a lower end computer or phone or whatever, go ahead and go into a public server, wait for someone else to help you with it, preferably someone with quite a few rebirths that's done it a few times, and then you should be able to leech off of them a little bit. I have 3 pages of atoms and someone wants one. Should I give it to them or keep it forever myself? Deadpool, how come you aren't just deleting atoms? Like, never mind. Do whatever you want, but like, honestly, for myself, I end up just deleting atoms or whatever. It's not, actually, I think I keep atoms. I think I delete Fury Flights. But yeah, as a whole, it's not really worth the inventory space for some of that stuff. Especially like the rares that are the legendary and the godly from that. Instant delete. At which episode do you think Remnant Zone will end in this hard mode? I'm expecting it's going to be around episode 35 or 36, which will still put this rebirth, even with all of the additional Remnant Zone quests and second arc quests, faster than my first time through rebirths, which, I mean, is sort of because I don't have to do quests like Gran, Gramps, and Yuwu, but it is also somewhat just because once you get access to Gum, things go a lot faster. But yeah. Once you got one page, you wanted to keep them all. Alright, then just keep keeping them. What other games do I prefer to play? I play Minecraft a bit. I played The Hunt a little bit. I like collection games, like 100% collection-ish. I don't actually play that much specifically on like Roblox. I think like literally before I became a developer, I was still only playing Ghost Simulator. Now that I'm a developer, or I was also playing Pet Sim 99 a little bit, but not like so much that I'm actually up to date now with the most recent update. I'm actually haven't played the most recent update at all in the game. But yeah, I like collection games. Some of the games I play a lot on my phone are Brawl Stars, which a lot of people know. And then there's a remake of an old game that I used to love playing when I was like, 10 years ago, called Defenders of Texel. It's the new remake. It's called Defender of Texels Online. But yeah, there's all these, there's those phone games. Actually recently as in like, 6 months ago, half a year, I've been playing a new phone game, Marvel Snap, which yes, it is Marvel, and it is fun to make fun of Marvel, but I kind of like the gameplay loop of it, and I am halfway addicted. Not as addicted as I am to like Brawl Stars, but yeah, it is something I do play actively, or frequently, I guess. But yeah. In the description it says Remnant. Yeah, okay, sorry about that. Let me go fix that really quick. There you go, fixed. No, I make typos all the time. The only reason you guys haven't seen like typos, actually don't. Yeah, I make quite a bit of typos, everyone does. But yeah, the only reason you guys don't see typos in like announcements of like Vlogspot or whatever, is because half of it's copy paste, and then I also can spend quite a bit more time typing it up and to check to make sure it is spelled correctly. But yeah, other than that, on PC, I played Minecraft a small amount, but not much. I used to play some Steam games quite a bit, but I haven't really recently. Alright, how much? Alright, we need 2 more drops. That'll be you and you. Oh, okay. One of them actually did drop stuff. Alright, there we go. Able to upgrade our antenna. Go ahead and do that right now. I think we need to upgrade our antenna one more time for spades. But seeing how it's only been an hour so far, we should be able to do the rest of spades today, even if we do have to upgrade our antenna. And the thing is, we might not even have to upgrade our antenna. We might just have to go ahead and unlock this bonus biome. In which case, it'll be actually pretty easy. Yeah, it'll probably be easier to unlock that. That is basic, yes, that is basic. I love saying where there when someone, yeah. No, it's always interesting to meme around a little bit on all the common stuff that people are like, oh, tester or whatever. The funny thing is when I'm playing on like this account, Or especially when I was a developer, but like right when I became developer, there's this brief period of time where I didn't have the developer tag because it wasn't actually adjusted to the new Roblox group role that they added or whatever, where I just could walk around and no one would know. The funny thing is, a lot of people still recognize me, even though I had 0 tags. Since, you know, I have a YouTube, people recognize. They're like, oh yeah, hello, Highest. And I can say hi. And like, I was just incognito though, because people would be like, whoa, where did I get developer thing from? Because for whatever reason, the developer badge was still working whenever I touched someone. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Walking around without the developer tag for the first 2 weeks. Yeah, even now when I'm playing on this account, there's times when I'm like, when I watch people talk about like, hey, tester, contributor, or whatever, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Those are cool and whatever, but you know, it's quite literally developer on the server-ish. Or on my other alts. On my other alt, I don't play that often, but when I do, it's kind of fun. Me. Alright, do we have... No, we do not have Remnant Diamonds quest done. The thing is, I don't know actually which two, what are the next 2 quests? I think one of them is unlocking the bonus biome or requiring ghost from the bonus biome. I'm not 100% sure on that. And I don't know what the other one was, so it might be something like upgrade antenna level, unlock bonus biome, which would not be a fun stream, rest of the stream, because that's going to be quite a bit of items I need to go ahead and grind. But yeah. Alright, yeah, here we need to unlock access to Treetop. We turn in this quest, we'll need Treetop Ghosts. Yeah, it might be the case where we have to unlock the treetops and then upgrade our antenna, which is, you know, hopefully not the case. Oh, Deadball, are you spamming chat with Unbox God, please? 500 million? Man, my ult almost has more than that. Not really. I think total on this account. Yeah, total on this account we aren't even at 200 million. But no, I definitely understand. I think you're rebirthing right now. The like going into on and like after while rebirthing or whatever, just trying to meme into like a sandstorm or whatever. But yeah, how much? Okay, we need 250 of all the items. I think we're at like 100 of like some of them. We are at, ooh, we have 16 enchanted antenna parts. That's not gonna be fun. 215, 132. So yeah, I think we're going to go focus on getting our TikTok clocks maxed out up to the 250 we need, and then we'll focus on sugar curls and then bouquets in that order. But yeah, this might take another hour of grinding. Actually, especially if other people are in the same areas as me, because I am slow at grinding. Actually, all these ghosts, no, not all these ghosts grind. Wait, I'm on the leaderboard for Ecto? Oh, guys, it's so fun. You're joking, right? There's no way. Oh, good grief. There is a way. There is only currently like less than our active people on the game, and I am in Remnant Zone. And yeah, I am number 13 on the daily leaderboard for Ecto. That is troll. That should not happen. Okay, also, we are wasting, glitchy loot gum. Yeah, okay, maybe on this account one day we'll go ahead and grind for a, number 1 on a daily leaderboard. Just to show how easy it is on, like, even for new players to go ahead and do that, because, yeah. Do I have the glitchy loot equipped? Yes, I do. Yeah, no, I should not be on this leaderboard. But yeah, that's mainly due to the fact that Ghost Simulator play rates are down because thumbnails or icons, I guess, have been pretty bad. But yeah, we're about only an hour into today's stream, so it's most likely we're going to end up 10th or something stupid like that on today's daily leaderboard. We aren't even like maxed down in Remnant Zone. We're just kind of chilling. My total gems is only 148 billion, but I have 13 Remnant Zone classifieds. Yeah. Honestly, when you say only 148 billion, there are some people out there that can't even imagine 1 billion gems. But yeah, no, definitely the disparity in like how much, like, I know endgame people are getting like trillions and they just can't convert them all because of the gem cap. I think I saw someone had a crazy 13 trillion remnant cones. I don't even doubt that. I'm sure there's someone out there with like almost 100 trillion. Actually, no, not 100 trillion. That's a lot. But yeah, I don't doubt that. Like, there is a crazy amount of endgame gems that you can get, like, with just a lot of rebirths. It is honestly broken. It's one of the things that people kind of, maybe not want to get balanced, but would be nice to have it kind of fixed up so that there isn't such a huge disparity. Because like with that disparity, it's really hard to balance out like gem grinding. If like, you know, one player is able to get the same amount as another player gets in like 10 hours and like 2 minutes. But yeah. Poverty gap is insane. I think the entire geography syllabus. Yeah, no, let's not make this a what is it? Political civics? What is this? What is this study of economy? I guess this would be economics. We don't need to make it an economics class. Economics 101 on how to fix. But yeah, at some point, I do hope that it does get a little bit more fixed so that I do think people that do rebirth a lot should get like some benefit for rebirthing. I just think it shouldn't be the same multiplicative thing that they have right now. It should be more of an additive trend where it gets a lot worse over time instead of just getting slightly worse over time. Demographics? Yeah, I don't even know. It's such a weird one. But yeah, I think definitely people, honestly, rebirth changes are ways out. But yeah, people will get rewarded for rebirths they have. I think that's a good idea. Alright, how are we on items? I'm already getting bored of item grinding. 56. I deleted my own message. Yeah, guys, you are allowed to delete your own messages. That is kind of part of, like, how YouTube works. Yeah, if you, I think it's right click or you hover over and click on the dots next to it. You should have some options. For moderators, they include stuff like banning people, but yeah. I sometimes write stuff. Yeah, no, me too, Deadwell, me too. There is, sometimes I say stuff on stream, realize it's dumb, and wish I can just undo it. Definitely in Discord, I do it quite a bit. As a developer, I do it too. Fortunately, there's more than just me as a developer, so when I have a dumb idea, there's other people that I have to run it by, and then speaking it out loud, I'm like, oh wait, this is a dumb idea. Shouldn't go forward with this. But yeah. Yeah, and then you're using whatever Discord extension or whatever that's technically against terms of service or whatever. Yeah. No, I really do not care. It's not against terms of service quite. Yeah, sure. No, anyways, I don't really care. Honestly, I don't think Discord cares too much if, like, enough of... Like, that's the thing. if enough of people end up starting to do something, it's really hard to crack down on it. Like, you look at, like, the crackdown, like, YouTube has on, like, ad blockers or whatever. It's not going over too well banning those, just due to how many people were using them. Like, yeah, it's somewhat working, but, like, not really. Same thing with, like, Discord. Like, sometimes you have to realize, like, if enough people are using something, you have to be really careful removing it, even if, like, it really, like, is not something you want. You have to be kind of careful when getting rid of it. Them frames are lower than my... Yeah, no, my frames are not fun on Roblox. It's actually been better. Like, I haven't actually had any bad lag spikes in, like, the last, I don't know, like, hour or whatever. It's been actually running really smoothly, like, 10 FPS plus, like, for the last, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. So, I can't really complain. Anywhere above 10 FPS is playable. But yeah, no, it's kind of bad. It's basically, I'm running it on a laptop, like a 5-year-old laptop, which isn't, it's mostly just a laptop that's trying not to overheat, because, you know, it's kind of meant to be on people's laps, so, can't really be overheating and giving people first-degree burns, on accident or on purpose or whatever, so, yeah, it is what it is. Maybe at some point I'll upgrade a better PC, but for now, we live with the 10 FPS, or 5 FPS. Will I be doing any channel events anytime soon? Not really. Not really plan on anything like that. Maybe, but probably not. Anyways, that thing was over 2 years ago, if you're wondering, I think. No, not just a few months ago. That was a few years ago. Barely a year? No, because I'd like Cosmic Wing as a prize for that thing. That was over a year ago. Alright. Back to equipping basically. How are we item-wise now? 206, 64. What does hard mode mean? Basically, it's an arbitrary set of rules I set for playing on this account. Stuff that makes the game harder. Like, I can't trade, I can't use code pets, I can't buy game passes, I have to complete every single NPC, unbox every single pet from a crate, stuff like that just kind of makes the game, like, a little bit harder. Honestly, it's arbitrary, so if you guys want to add difficulty to your game, feel free to do it in other ways. But yeah, it's something that I felt like starting a while ago. It allows me to kind of see what a new player experience is like. It's not like the true new player experience, but it gives me some insight on how a new player feels about the game, how it's like to play as a new player without all the game passes, without the best pets in the game sort of deal. But yeah. Less than 2 years. Okay, interesting. Solid Worlds. Yeah, it's nothing that I would say is interesting to a certain extent, but yeah. It'd be kind of funny to yeah. The thing is, there's no actual metric that we have for playtime for Ghost Simulator. I would. The thing is, though, on this account, I have been playing pretty much entirely on stream, so you can keep track of that. Plus, anytime I did stuff off stream, I usually reported it right at the beginning of each of the streams. So you can go through, watch the beginning of each stream, and just be like, okay, he spent this much time on the stream, he spent this much time between that stream and the last stream, and sort of get an idea of how long I've spent. I think I'd estimate it to be around... Sorry, just a truck backing up. I'd estimate it to be around, at this point, 100 hours or so of the game. So, yeah. Also, I might need to take a small break really quick. If I do, I'll be back probably within 5 minutes, but, yeah, no, doing math on how long you've played is, it's kind of funny. Yeah, and you've definitely spent more since you do rebirths and stuff, because you aren't really getting any ectoplasm. So yeah, 5,000. Yeah, it's... You've definitely spent... You've probably spent more time than I have on my main account. Actually... The thing is, on my main account, I spent a lot of my time before the ectoplasm, like, got buffed. So I have time from, like, 2019, 2020. That really isn't recorded anyway. Yeah. I don't know. It's probably pretty similar. Like, I'm not an insane grinder, so I've never really been up there in numbers on playtime, but it's pretty consistent over the years too. So who knows? Okay, you say my friends, and then say the rebirth amounts? Like people can't just go look at the rebirth leaderboard and figure out who they are. But yeah, no, there's an insane amount of people. There's people that are getting an insane amount of rebirths, and they get quite a bit of profit from it. Yeah. Quicker to say friends than Joker and Bo. Yeah, I know. But still, it sounds like you're trying to keep them anonymous or whatever. But yeah, no. People, some of the people on the leaderboards, like, I think Joker and Boy. I don't know why you pronounce it as Bo. Probably just because it's easier and I'm more used to saying Bo. Anyways. Like, people haven't really seen these people before, and now with the Rebirth leaderboard, people are actually able to see that there are people that we didn't even know existed that have an insane amount of rebirths. Like, Ryder Needs Us, who I haven't seen before. All three of those people, like, most people really hadn't seen before. Now with the Rebirth leaderboard, they're able to be kind of seen. Knew them since the Halloween event? Yeah. No, but they're like relatively new players. Like most of the other people on the leaderboard, okay, maybe not most other people, but like a lot of the other people, like people get to know them because they see their names. But like with rebirths, you can go into a private server, get rebirths. No one would ever know, really. Yeah, no, there's definitely been some people that have grinded a lot more with the new rebirth leaderboard than others. Flower, for instance, has been doing quite a bit of rebirth grinding since it came out, whereas like some of the other people, like Ren's Big Ten 4 has been doing rebirth grinding. But yeah, some people are doing more rebirth grinding with the rebirth leaderboard than others. Yeah, Ninja Wars. Honestly, Ninja Wars, I mean... Okay, this is just troll at this point. Stopped at 62? My goodness. Yeah, that's... I definitely understand. It definitely does get boring to do the same thing in Ghost Simulator, and really there's like 3 things that you can do. In the game, you can grind for gum, you can grind for gems, or you can grind for rebirths. And all 3 of those, you're sort of required to do for the other one. Like, you need to grind gum for grinding rebirths, you need to grind rebirths to grind gems, and I mean, you don't need to grind gems for grinding gum, but you need to go grind gems to go ahead and get classifieds or whatever. So there's not really enough to do. I think it would be a little bit better if there's slightly more options for grinding gems. But yeah, there's not too much that really is easy to do in some respects to make it give variety, but yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. There's a certain point where you just kind of get bored of it, and I think, like, you guys will notice for my streams, I do streams once a week, do 3 hours. Pretty much that's it on this account. I set my bar super low so I don't really get burnt out. But yeah, there's definitely some things where I probably should be doing a little bit more, like rebirths. I should probably do around 1 rebirth a week to actually get to my goals of 17 Remnant Tycoons. But I probably won't. So yeah, not getting burnt out, just setting lower standards. Whatever is probably a good idea. And then hoping that more variety gets added soon. It won't get. Don't expect too much more variety anytime soon. There's plans, but it's ways out. Yeah, you got 31 Remnant Tycoons, but wanted 38. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that feeling. And the thing is, like, once you stop rebirthing, it's really hard to go back to rebirthing. There's the 4 FPS that we've been missing. Same with the Ecto running. You did 200 trillion, then you've done 4 trillion since. Yeah, no, it's you get tired of some stuff. I would normally the general thing like on other games, like if you get bored of like Minecraft, you just play a different server or whatever. Ghost Simulator, like there's not really too much else you can do. As I said, there's like 3 things you can do, and they all kind of are needed for each other. I mean, that's when you just go play other games and come back to Ghost Simulator whenever. But yeah, sometimes people don't end up coming back to Ghost Simulator. It's just how it works with games, honestly, in my experience. Like even with other games like Brawl Stars, for instance, or what's another game I play? I guess that I can also use it as an example. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, with those games, like sometimes you're playing every day. It's fun. And then like one day you just don't play it. And then anytime you feel like playing it afterwards, it just feels like a chore and a waste of time or whatever. And yeah, there's not really a solution to that. I mean, I don't know a solution. There probably is a solution that people have, but yeah. Also, where are we at item-wise? Please tell me we have the sugar corals we need. We do. Good grief. Alright, so we need about 150 more bouquets of roses and 20 more TikTok clocks, and we're done with this quest. And then I'll probably take a small break. Yeah, I'll probably take a small break after this gum. I need to go do something really quick. Hello. Hello, York. But yeah, it'll be like a 5-minute break, and then I'll be back. The stream will stay running. It was just, you know, I won't be here. We'll be chilling, probably jumping on a mushroom or something stupid. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing why people complain about the item grind in Remnant Zone a little bit more. When I replayed through Remnant Zone on my main account, it took me like an hour. So far on this account, with having to do quests, which does add a little bit of extra time, and only with like basic loot gum or whatever, it's looking like it'll take close to 15 hours, which still, like, we spent around 10 hours to get done with main hub for the first time, so 15 hours for the last zone of the game. Not really that much of a difficulty curve. That being said, main hub has been nerfed since I did it on this account, so there's a little bit more of an excuse to be like, hey, nerf it, because you know, other zones have been nerfed. But I think as a whole, though, the difficulty sort of is still warranted. I mean, proceeds to come back with a dead Wi-Fi. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I'll leave it for 5 minutes. My entire power will go out or something like that, and it'll just be dead. Actually, you guys probably can't hear the truck. That's probably good. Oh wait, I don't need those items. Alright, anyways, yeah, we'll time to take a small break. We are at, yeah, we're pretty much there on the items we need. We need 150 more bouquets of roses. We're there on sugar curls. We're there on clocks. Okay, this mushroom. Why is this mushroom so bouncy? Like, look at this mushroom. Oh yeah, not having to worry about speedrunning or reverse is kind of nice. I know sometimes it's nice to do stuff off stream where I'm not worried about how long it's taking. Like, I have to kind of, when I'm on stream, make sure that stuff isn't like taking too long. Like, if I spend like an hour grinding the same thing over and over again, it gets super boring. So I kind of try to be aware of that. But when I'm doing it off stream or whatever, I can be like, oh yeah, just sit here for an hour, watch YouTube on the side or whatever. I don't have to be engaged when I'm doing the grinding off stream. So yeah. Anyways, time for a small break. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the mic, so I will kind of go silent now. But yeah, I'll leave myself bouncing on the mushroom for you guys. I was kind of expecting to fall off the mushroom. Anyways, we're back. Peek under. Anyways, let's go back to unlocking this. I think we had all the items. Yeah, we had all the items we needed. We just need to go ahead and grab bouquets. So let's go do that. A lot of chat. What's going on in chat? Okay. Anyways, yeah, we need about 150 more bouquets. I think the next quest for this NPC will be upgrading our antenna. So it's just going to be a grind. I kind of want to save the glitchy loot gun that I still have to be for grinding more glitchy loot gun later. So we'll kind of just chill with it. Just chill with using basic loot gun. It'll take a little bit of time, but we should be able, I think, do both of these, upgrading our antenna and unlocking this zone today. The only question I have is whether or not I'll get enough enchanted antenna parts for that. So yeah. Oh, last Tats's spade is easy. Okay, cool. I was thinking the next one would be upgrading our antenna, but if it isn't upgrading our antenna, then yeah, we should be done with spades today. We'll still have to go ahead and probably upgrade our antenna today, but it's not going to be a goal of mine before the end of today's stream. I mean, I understand why people request it, but, like, it is the last zone of the game. You don't have to do it every rebirth. It's one of those things where you can get a stockpile of glitchy loot gum, or where most people can just go get glitchy loot gum, and then it'll make it quite a bit easier. Like, even for this count, I really need to be between these streams doing some grinding for glitchy loot gum, where I can actually grind loot gum effectively, and I'd be able to get done with it so much easier. But yeah. But yeah, I do kind of wish there was a better way of making difficulty in this game. When this thing first came out, for instance, all the increases to the pack size was basically increasing all the boss ecto that you'd get for main hub and Ghost World. So it was like any increase to like the pack size would have been made that just so much worse for like it was already a really bad to have it increasing the boss grind, gem grinding potential from those worlds, like massively. It caused a lot of issues. It would have been just worse if they did it later. But now that those are disconnected, it could become a more of a vacuum-based instead of item-based progression, where people actually have to vacuum. The thing to go ahead and do that effectively is I'd want to go ahead and nerf like how much additional vacuum rate is on like classifieds, mythicals, any of those really good pets that people generally are using endgame. Just so it is still interesting for endgame people. And I think actually in general, if I did that, it'd make, I think, the game more interesting if people are actually somewhat struggling to vacuum ghosts. It makes some things like the vacuum speed rebirth perk, vacuum gum, a lot of that stuff more useful. And I think people would be fine with it since it isn't nerfing how much currency they get. It's just making the grind a little bit more interesting with the rates. But yeah, that's sort of my idea for making Remnant better, where it still takes the same amount of time because you're having to vacuum ghosts. But the drops are improved, the time it takes to get the items are improved, you know, all that stuff would be better. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would actually complain too much about vacuum speed nerfs. I think they'd be pretty massive is the thing about it. So, but yeah, the exact balance there, I'm not too dedicated on. I think looking at it already, like that's the literal soonest that would happen would be end of summer-ish. So don't expect those changes now. It's just, that would be the change I have in mind for fixing Remnant Zone. Which, you know, I don't know how much. It'd be a pretty massive change, as you guys can probably tell. That would require quite a bit of work to increase ghost health, increase like a few other things, just making everything a little bit more interesting. But yeah, who knows? But the other thing is, I would kind of want to, at some point, this one isn't planned. I have literally zero ideas. Is do some changes to how gum works. But yeah, that's even longer than that is out. Like, some of these stuff aren't even going to happen this year. Like, that is probably not going to happen until like summer next year for any gum changes. $69 is rebirth. I think you stay at your 69th rebirth and just call it nice at that point. I think your life's goals are accomplished, and that's where you want to be at. Three more digits, yeah. Hello. Right now we are finishing up Spades. I am being told that the last quest of his is going to be easy. So we're basically just grinding 250 bouquets to unlock the bonus biome right now. Which we are currently at 132, so we're about halfway there. Other than that, I am trying not to leak the entirety of the Easter event, and also trying to also stay entertaining, which is not going very well, but yeah. This is the point where I wish I grinded more glitchy loot gum off stream instead of just doing 10 minutes or so. Did like, you know, the actual 30 minutes I needed, but yeah. Yeah, leaking it would be bad. I can tell you, there will be an Easter event on Friday. That's not a huge surprise to most people. I can also tell you that there will be stuff in that update. Hey, just a few minor leaks are fine, right? Yeah, actually, I think Dark Thunder leaked a few, was it one or two pets? He leaked one or two pets he made. I posted a picture of a crafting station with eggs on it. So, you know, those are technically already leaked. Yeah, there's a few other things I've said about it that I don't think not going to re-say. I will tell you though that I did fix, or yeah, I will tell you that all the complaints that people had last year should be fixed. If you guys played last year, you know what the complaints were, so you should be able to figure out. But yeah, hope we get a new Mega Boss. I can tell you right now, I'm a new developer. Do you guys think I could make a new Mega Boss on my own? Just think about that for a second. Do you think they'd have the new developer just, oh yeah, make a Mega Boss for the event really quick? Yes, you do. Okay. No, there isn't going to be any new Mega Boss. The idea going forward with Easter has been to just keep it with the invasion system that they sort of established 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. Anyways, they established it a while ago for actually. Anyways, but yeah, so it will have some invasion, where ghost attack stuff, but it shouldn't be as annoying as it was last year, where people were kind of annoyed at how the event was structured. It should be quite a bit better than that. Whether or not you guys actually end up liking it, that is going to be debatable. It is definitely going to be something risky in terms of how it's structured. I mean, there's also Meep I could throw in if there was a Mega Boss. There's options for Mega Bosses like Meep. We have Fluffy. You could technically get creative and throw in, like, I don't know, Scrooge. But yeah, there's some restraints to the But yeah, it's going to be invasion. Devs actually confirmed that, I think, a while ago. Like, Mackie said that going forward, that would be the plan. I think it actually makes sense. I do kind of like having the different sort of events. The only issue, I think, is they think that... okay. The only issue is, like, no one really understands the difference between a dungeon and a tower event. It's really not made super clear. Between like Easter and Halloween, what the difference is. Like, if I asked you guys what was the difference between the Easter and the Halloween event last year, really the only difference was like what sort of floors there were, was as from a player's perspective. Other than that, it was pretty much the exact same feel. So $100 more. Anyways, that being said, what would you guys like to see in Easter? Like, there's still time for me to develop stuff. Maybe not for the first part of the update, but if you guys have something that you want to see in like the second part of the update, like a lot, you know, cool. Friend request, accept. New types of gum, cool. Like actually useful gums or more of like the cosmetic stuff that we have pretty commonly in these events. Because one of those is definitely doable. The other one is kind of like, why would you have helpful gums in an event sort of deal. Actual useful ones, please. Yeah, I don't think they'll be coming in Easter. It's kind of hard to... Honestly, there's not many... The only good gum idea that I think... Or, sorry, not the only good... The only reasonable gum idea that really people have been said recently, I've seen, is like XP. And I kind of want to do something else for XP in the game. And gum turns herself into an egg. Oh, guys, yeah, that would be actually kind of cool. Would it be like you roll around or just have an egg avatar? In your opinion? But yeah, there is something I do need to do. I need to fix the headless and the pumpkin gum, because right now those two gums are like kind of busted. Like you use them, I don't know if they even work, and then they end up making it so you can't use any other gum. It's a mess. But yeah, roll around in an egg. Ooh, that would be kind of funny. Turn into an egg and now you have to roll everywhere. Kind of hard to animate in design, so maybe not this year, but I don't. Maybe if I have time, I'll see about it, but most likely not this year. Ooh, someone else is grabbing ghosts from this area. And yes. Oh, other question. Do you guys prefer gums, the cosmetic gums where it lasts for 2 minutes, like bow gum, or assuming they work correctly, the gums that are cosmetic that last for the entire server, assuming they didn't like completely, that they allowed you to use other gums, and whatnot, because like, as it is right now, like some of those gums are, I kind of want to know if you guys prefer just lasting 2 minutes or like the entire server. Entire server, if there would be an option to get rid of it if it's annoying. Okay. Yeah, that's, I mean, obviously that's probably the best solution, and it's, I think, obviously the hardest solution, but yeah. I don't think, actually, I probably should fix the bugs with the gum sooner rather than later. Like there's some bugs at this point. I think there's like 10 or so bugs that I've put on a fix later notice. And of those I have fixed, like last update had like very few bug fixes. But yeah. If it's rare godly plus, then whole server, otherwise 30 seconds is fine. Well, I mean, it's more of a 2 minutes. I think I like the... I guess you're referring to dancing gum with that 30 seconds. But like mystery gum lasts 2 minutes. Bow gum lasts 2 minutes. I know mystery gum technically isn't just cosmetic. It does have that little bit of a speed aspect where it'll nerf or buff your movement speed. Yeah, 2 minutes works fine. But yeah, more of my question would be like the bow gum. How long do you guys like that at 2 minutes or not? But yeah, I'll see when I get around to fixing those gums, whether or not fixing headless gum is or making it all last the entire server and then actually allowing people to stop it. Yeah, I mean, okay. That would be cool. That does sound cool. I think rolling around in an egg is a pretty difficult mechanic to actually set up correctly. Like it would require making the physics for eggs and like a whole lot of work for that. Just for it to feel like good in Ghost Simulator. Whereas like we already have hoverboard races, it's a lot easier to just make hoverboard races for stuff like that. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. I need to note these down for next year. I don't think I'll have time for any of these like huge, good, smart or funny changes this year, but next year I think definitely could be the case for that. Egg finding race? That actually sounds smart. I'll see if I can incorporate that into something. Okay, here's the thing. There are some suggestions that are good. Like, if you guys... Okay. Alright, how do I say this politely? I guess I don't need to say it politely. For suggestions, you guys will be, like... I think I've said this before. But not being too specific with your suggestions will go a lot better. If you suggest like add this board or add this pet or whatever along with this thing, it's like it's a lot harder to be like, hey, that's a good suggestion, let's do it. Whereas if you just be like, hey, add this feature, but like asking to add specific boards and pets, I don't know, it feels weird to me. I don't have any control over it, so I'm not the one that really says whether or not a cracked egg board will actually get added. Maybe they think it's a good idea and they actually do it. But like as a developer, like I don't know, when it's something like, hey, do this, where you have your creative freedom to, like with the egg race, design it kind of how you want, where you can, you know, make it a little bit different with like the egg stuff. It feels a lot better than the like, hey, at this event where there are these specific ghosts, this specific mega boss with these attacks or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, maybe if you left it at just add this type of event, it would have got added with own creativity. But when you're it's like specifics are like outlined, it's actually kind of difficult to feel like following that with it still being your own creative game or whatever. But yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to have something like that with like find items in races. So instead of just getting to the end first, kind of be like, oh yeah, no, you have a few other options. Like, I know it's sort of just like checkpoints at that point, but you know, it would be kind of cool. Bye, York. But yeah, I guess actually that would be possible. Alright, it's been about 2 hours now. We are still on Spade's quest. I think we are actually getting close, though. We are only 60 items now away. We should be able to get done with Spades today. I don't think we're going to have time to go ahead and upgrade our antenna. Since we will need 300 more bouquets for that. But it should set us up for next episode, being able to use glitchy loot gum to go ahead and do that. And then also hopefully get through the first... Actually, there's a lot of quests that we still have to do. Yeah, first half of... Actually, no, we should... With a good supply of glitchy loot gum, we should be able to get all the way through Remnant Queen next episode. But yeah, in the last areas, we have like 5 NPCs. We have Queen, we have King, we have Jack, we have Associate Archie, and we have now Blaze too. So all those will take a while, especially when it comes to unboxing godlies. Since for all those we do need to unbox 1 godly from each of those crates. Actually, I might need to do a little bit of gem grinding for Queen's quest, so I can get her godly. Or not her godly, get her pet crates unlocked. Alright, how close are we item-wise? 210, so we need about 40 more. Also, is there any rhyme or reason for the height of these mushrooms? Like, I never really realized that some of them give different jump heights. I know sometimes the jump height is a little bit weird. Like even on the same one, it'll give quite a bit different numbers, but alright, 220. Whoa, we've gotten really lucky with drops, haven't we? But yeah, we are, I think, yeah, we're almost, whoa, it's another drop. 20 more, so we need about 5 more ghosts to drop them, and then we're good to go on upgrading that. And then someone told me that next one quest should be easy. So we'll be able to, actually, we might be able to unlock the next antenna this stream. Noodles right now. Are they good noodles? Is it like spaghetti noodles or some other noodle? Very hot. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Am I the only one that like will just eat hot food even when it's hot? Like, you know the pizza is going to be hot, but you just keep eating it anyways, because like it's good. I can't be the. Actually, there's no way I'm the only person that does that. Like, yeah, you could just let it sit for like 2 minutes and do like play a phone game for something, but yeah. Oh, ramen noodles or something like that? Okay. Well, not spaghetti. That's unfortunate. Okay, this is actually probably a good time to grab a boss. I mean, there's never really any good time to grab a boss. We don't really need it. But since it's here, it will fill up our pack and give us some currency to sell. Which honestly, I should probably be grinding more, caring a little bit more about my currencies, because upgrading packs and backs can actually no. Upgrading our pack can be nice. It'll allow us to grind for longer. But yeah, upgrading our vac isn't super important at this point. Yeah, 1750 is our next one. 35, 76, 115 sands. Okay, those get pretty expensive. Yeah, we are. I mean, I don't take it out. I just eat it and swallow it faster, which is probably a worse idea. But yeah, no, I definitely never do the smartest stuff when it comes to food. All right, how close are we now? 242. We need 2 more drops. We're almost there. Oh yeah, when you join a server, like you join a friend or whatever, and they've already like server hopped, like they're doing Blaze or something, yeah. Kind of awkward. Oh yeah, that's nice. Definitely, ooh, story time. Back in the first Halloween event, 2019, I guess, I actually played that event quite a bit, and I had a holiday, I think I had a entire week off or something. Is that? It feels wrong to say that, but I believe I did. And it was just fun to grind that like entire week. I mean, I didn't grind all that much. I only ended up with 150 keys at the end of the event instead of the 250 I wanted to get. But yeah, it was fun to go ahead and grind like during that week that I had off. Just do something specific. I definitely remember it being quite fun. Probably remember it better than it was, but yeah. When is the Easter event starting? It should be starting this Friday. As long as there's nothing that comes up in testing that's really bad, like the day before it's planned to release, that needs to get fixed. Okay, why is literally everyone in this zone? I've gotten 0 items in the last like 2 minutes. And I don't feel like using another basic loot gum. Yeah, I'm going to regret not using loot gum. Oh, there goes my Wi-Fi. Hi, guys. Oh, is that just... Yeah, no, that's my Wi-Fi. Maybe it's Roblox. Is that Roblox? Is the stream still going? Okay, we still here. Okay. No, it's Roblox that's gone. You guys will notice that my ping and the FPS hasn't changed in the last minute. You know, maybe my Wi-Fi will go out. But yeah, apparently stream's still going, so it hasn't. That is really weird. Like, generally when that happens, that is your internet going down, not the Roblox disconnecting you. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just reconnect. And yeah, now Roblox will take forever for us to get back into a Remnant Zone server. All right. Yeah, I know. I've seen that with boosted gums. Like boosted. The thing about boosted gums, you can buy them with Robux, but they're so bad that people don't know what to do with them when they get them for free. I'm planning on buffing them at some point in the near future, actually. So hopefully at some point you'll use them. But yeah, it's kind of bad for boosted gums at this point. Are they tradable? I don't think boosted gums are tradable anymore. They were when they first came out, but when they got added to some quests, anniversary event, it ended up getting removed from that because people could just get alts and trade them to their mains, or when they were in codes and stuff too. So yeah, hopefully, or going forward, there shouldn't be any more codes for them, and shouldn't be any more quests for them. I might even remove them from the streak loot bag potentially, because I feel like that just, I don't know, for being a Robux item, it being able to be obtained in game is kind of weird. But yeah, they might be made tradable again. And yeah, what was that RNG? I got 3 bouquets of rose drops in a row. That was stupid. That was just absurd. Anyways, we are now able to go ahead and unlock this, and then we should be pretty much done with Spade's quest. There we go, unlock it. Yeah, boosted photon blaster straight up useless. I do plan on making it better. I have an idea for it. I have an idea for it, but I'm not 100% set on exactly what I'm going to do. But it definitely needs a lot of buffs and love. Lucky Gum, I think, is going to be the easiest to balance. The only question is whether or not I want to make it strictly better or just make it more usable. Like, there's a difference between that. Quintuple damage? Yeah, I have an idea to broaden down a little bit. We'll see. A lot of it's also has to do with how much flexibility I have with the gum system that's currently implemented. Like, I haven't actually looked too much into what I can do with gum, so it might be that it's a lot more limited than I'm thinking at the moment. In which case it'll probably stay quite a bit limited. But yeah. I have an idea for fixing some of the gum problems. The thing is, any changes I do make to gum, they're going to be massive and are going to require like an entire update for themselves. And I've already done, if you look at the recent updates, like half the recent updates have been rebalance. There needs to be some new content in the near future for Ghost Simulator. There's been too much rebalancing in the recent. I know I like rebalancing. I know you guys that watch my content like rebalancing. But the game needs more than just rebalancing for content-wise. It also needs someone to make better thumbnail art because mine is horrible. Anyways, that should be all but one bouquet I need, so we just need one more drop. Hopefully you provide it. Nope, okay. But yeah, I do plan on doing something to gum. I do realize like right now, literally everyone's inventory is getting filled with junk gum, and all the useful gums, like, people have stockpiled so much of that some people just consider it still worthless. I'll do the thumbnail art. Yeah, I'm sure. No, honestly, I think there were announced plans at some point to do AI for art and stuff, which should take over most of it at some point. I know AI art is controversial and stuff. I'm not involved in art, so I'm not going to comment on that. Since, like, oh yeah, as a developer, I have a really different point of view on AI than artists do, because you know, my job's still getting replaced by AI at some point. Maybe not in the next year, maybe not in the next 5 years, but at some point, there will be AI that will be able to do my job completely. And, you know, at that point, it's kind of just, hope that isn't too major and that I'm actually having an established job, so I don't need to worry too much about it. Or just learn more stuff for programming, because there's always more stuff to learn for programming that, like, you know, with AI, literally learn how to use AI, and then you don't need to worry about it, because, you know, you're the one programming the AI that's taking over your job. Because, you know, even if someone programs an AI to make an AI, you're still going to need to program an AI to make an AI that makes that AI, because someone's going to ask for it. Also, we haven't got any bouquet drops recently, which is kind of annoying, but makes sense based on the luck we got right at the beginning of this session. I mean, it's also a Monday when everyone's in school with a hunt, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell how bad numbers are because of the thumbnail being bad versus the hunt going on for Roblox in general. Actual AI. There we go. Alright, done with spades. We now have the parachute ability. So now we can do this. And yeah, this will probably be the only time we use the parachute. We'll go ahead and progress Diamond's quest really quick. Shouldn't take too long to grab all these ghosts, because no one's ever in their right mind will be in this area. The funny thing is the amount of gems we just got from that gem chest, we can probably grind in like 10 minutes. And this thing takes 21 hours to refresh. So, yeah. It is not a, not something I'm going to be grabbing regularly. Alright. How close are we to... Wow. Alright, I finished Remnant Spade, so I can't teleport to him anymore. But yeah, once we finish this quest, we'll have about 30 minutes to just do some grinding for the antenna level, so just grabbing items. I think we should be good on our antenna parts. Oh, never mind. We have this quest. I think this quest is a collect quest, not an obtain quest. I think it's just worded incorrectly. So instead of like needing to, I don't think this quest will take our items, so we should be good to just go ahead and grind. And it'll be like grinding for the stop it, lag. But yeah, this quest will probably take up this quest and upgrading our antenna we'll probably get at halfway through our antenna upgrade quest, and we'll get all the way done with this quest. But and that'll be the end of today's stream. We have about 25 more minutes left. So yeah, not going to be too much left for today's stream. Mainly just going to be recollecting all the stuff we have. Been for the last little bit, so and yeah, in terms of advanced antenna parts, we're at 426 and we need like 600, so we should be able to get that way before we get our bouquets. Okay, I might just end the stream today. I'm like right now, I'm noticing I'm kind of zoning out with this item grind. Like you guys notice, I haven't really talked in the last like 5 minutes. Yeah. Actually, no, we can finish this quest. Like, it's 50 items. We can finish this quest at least. I don't think we're gonna try to upgrade our antenna at all. But we should at least be able to get a little bit of progress. Towards, you know, Ghost Sim stuff. I mean, that being said, like, finishing this quest might take a little bit of time. Anyways, once we get our next antenna upgrade, though, things should start getting slightly faster. If only because I go ahead and grind some glitchy loot between this stream and next stream for real this time. Once the Easter event's out, I should have a little bit of free time to go ahead and do stuff. No thank you. Can you never do that again? Thank you, Netflix. I really need to figure out how to turn off notifications from my computer because they get really annoying. I don't know why I haven't yet, but I guess because they only happen like once a day or something like that. It's not like my phone notifications where I've just learned to ignore them. Sun's out. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see. No, you guys can't. My dog's just in the sun right now. Enjoying life. I don't blame her. It's actually a really good day outside. Alright, we should be getting at least close, or no, we are getting close to done with our TikTok clocks. We really need to be focusing on sugar curls. I've been trying to avoid it because I know there's this other person in here that's working on it. I don't want to grab too many of the ghosts that they need. But we're going to need to start grabbing at least a few. We're not going to make it a priority, but once we do get done with bouquets and TikToks, we're going to need to actually grab some. There we go, done with the first one. Should be finishing up bouquets 2 pretty quickly, and then it should only be these sugar curls that we need. Which will probably take a while because it is kind of... You haven't really got any progress on them. Yeah, I have no idea why my cat isn't sleeping right there in the sun, too. Like... feel like that's somewhere where both of my animals would just end up agglomerating just due to, you know, sun. There we go, sugar curls. Finally collecting a few of those. We still need a few more bouquets, but realistically at this point we should be mainly focusing on the sugar curls. There we go. The last bouquets we needed. Alright, 30 more sugar curls, and I think that'll be it for the stream. But yeah, we did manage to get all of, or the last of spades done. Realistically, all we need to do now is upgrade our antenna and get through it, and we're pretty much... Actually, yeah, next episode we should be done, assuming I grind for some glitchy loot gum. We should be done with antenna requirements and only need to do all the quests, which the quests won't be easy, but it should be simplify the amount of work we need to do to like literally grinding gems and grinding items. So that should make it quite a bit easier to, you know, get an idea of how long it'll take, because we only have we can collect all the quests and then figure out from there how long stuff will take. Actually, we're getting really lucky with these coral drops. Alright, there we go. Done with Remnant Diamonds, or this quest of Remnant Diamonds. I think the next 4 quests will have us, or 5 quests I guess, will have us do the last few areas. We'll hopefully be able to finish this up next episode, but that does all hinge on me actually grinding some glitchy loot gum, unlike this time where I didn't. So yeah, anyways, with that will be it for today's episode. Hopefully on Friday I'll have another video going over the Easter event. And then maybe next week we'll have, hopefully another video, but, honestly there's not much that I've been making videos on recently. Like, Minecraft I don't feel like making a video. I kind of am in the mud in there. I will die, lose all my stuff, and then I'll have to go figure out, whether or not I want to continue even making videos on that, because, like, it's so far behind, there's not much point in doing it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Minecraft. Not much other stuff I've been playing recently, other than, like, maybe a phone game to make a video on, but I don't think any of you guys would watch a phone game, so, yeah, that'll be it for, that's the plan for the next week. Anyways, I will see you guys later, and bye.